Like this song tears still even after like the thousandth listen. I listen to the song like Mike Tyson over here listening to the song. Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and well, that's pretty much it. So let's go.
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, a different album, and we break it down. We do all the research we can. We find out all the secrets about the record, and then we let everybody in on those secrets. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, give us 5 stars. That would be awesome. Social media is at Asinine Radio. We have a phone number to call if you want to send us a text, leave us a voicemail. The phone number is 503-893-5307. We also have a Discord server if you want to join that. Hang out with us, other people who listen to the pod. Hit us up. We'll send you the link and go from there. Now, Jeff, what are we doing today? What are we doing today?
We're doing the format in their album Interventions and Lullabies.
Now, Jeff, what's your origin story with the format?
Go. I think honestly, I think I've been a fan damn near like the beginning. This was a band that when the EP dropped, like Limbeck had already been an established band. They've been doing things for a while. And so that scene had already developed within the camp life that I was growing up in. And so when I say they, like my counselors, the elders of the camp, the elder squirrels of the camp, they already knew who the format was. And so much as my early upbringing, they brought the format to camp. And I don't know, that's where I heard them. Like so maybe pre-high school, like right before high school, middle school, like late middle school. Yeah, and then dude, loved this band for so many years, and really fell off when their second and last album came out, because
that album kind of sucks.
It's not, man. I have so yeah, it doesn't suck. It's just it's cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's not.
It's fucking cookie cutter. It is stereotypical indie pop, and there's nothing complex about it. It's I don't know. It's boring, but it got really good reviews. Critics fucking loved it. They said it was amazing, and Interventions and Lullabies kind of got shit on a lot.
Yeah.
Did not give good reviews, and I think that's several factors. One is just it's a little unconventional, and as far as like the indie pop goes, and two is just there was zero marketing. The band had no support from their label as far as like money and promotion.
Then that's what I was surprised to hear about. I didn't realize how not successful they were. And it wasn't until years after they had broken up that they started to get any real notoriety, especially after, Nate Roos started Fun.
Honestly, it wasn't until Fun's second album that they even got notoriety, because that's when they won a Grammy for Best New Act for Some Nights in 2012. 4 years after Fun had already dropped their first album, they won Best New Act. So that's cool. Yeah, but it wasn't until then that they really got notoriety and fame and fortune and everything that goes with it.
And then when the format got back together, 2 years ago, and they played those shows at the Mayan, which is like a venue. It's not huge, but it's like 10 times probably 10 times the size of like Chain Reaction, which they would only ever play at. Maybe Glass House, very, very small places. Or I even saw a video of them back in the day when they were playing at I think it was UC Irvine or something like that in the Quad in the middle of the day. there was like maybe 8 people there. And it was just like, oh, that's depressing. But then they had 3 guitar players on stage. Okay. That was another thing. Like,
there's a lot of layering. There's a lot of layering.
I know, but come on, man. You're not a big successful band. Like, at least have Nate Roos play the guitar or something. Like, you don't need 3 guitar players on stage.
Yeah.
That was annoying. Watching those old videos, that was annoying. It was stupid. But anyway.
It's fine.
Anyway. So that's your origin story with them through camp and Limbeck and stuff like that. My thing is, I'd never heard of them until I met Tammy in 2006. And she was a big fan of at least their first record. I don't think she doesn't really like the second one at all, but she loves this record as well as the Snails EP. So when I met her, we listened to the format a lot. And she'd seen them at Chain Reaction a couple times. And so you guys were probably at the same show before we even knew her. And that's my introduction to it. And I have a lot of nostalgia with the band from that time period when I met Tammy. And I think they're a really good band. And this record's a really good record, at least. But there's a ton of nostalgia too.
It's so weird
this damn thing.
I don't think we ever went to a Limbeck show together in high school, did we?
Never. I've never. Oh no, we did. I did go once. I did go once to see them at Chain, but I don't think the format played. Or if they did, I sure as hell don't remember.
Man, it's just like you definitely would have remembered, because at that point, like, they were already established in the indie realm, and people were clamoring to see them. And every time I saw the format, Limbeck was opening, and I've seen the format without Limbeck too, but. Yeah, every time I saw the format with Limbeck was always opening, because the format they were massively popular in the underground indie scene.
Yeah.
And there's not that many people in the quad, but they were selling out Chain. Like in high school, they were selling out Chain Reaction. Like those tickets were gone by the time the show was starting, those tickets were sold out.
Yeah, which is cool for such a small band, you know.
For a band that just, I don't know, by all accounts are cookie cutter, are basic. Their name, the first single, like everything about them is just a processed product of the genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they are very kind of weird to get into, because most of his lyrics don't rhyme. He just kind of speaks. He just kind of talks. Mm-hmm. A lot of their instrumentation. I mean, Josh Freese plays on this, and I didn't know that until this week. And even after, like, we talked about it, like, you can't really tell, because the drums aren't great.
Yeah,
the guitars aren't great. The bass playing's not great. But that's the point, because this band relies almost exclusively on melody, on vocal melody.
Yeah, that's all it is. I even think his vocals are. His lyrics are. They're fine. I don't think there's anything. They're good. I think they're not like spectacular.
I think they're good to great at times, but nothing spectacular. But I think having a band where, dude, like, everything about this band is just plain old people. Even like the way they look, the way they dress, the way they act, everything about this band is just like fucking plain old people. It's just the way he can sing. And even, like, I don't know, the wait, the don't, like, we're not even, like, nothing about that part even rhymes. But we're hanging on the edge of our seats waiting to scream don't, because that's the hook. That part, that word said twice in a row is why we listen to that song. It's just a scream, don't. They
have a good way of breaking up their songs as well, like speeding up, slowing down, transitioning. They're usually done by like a start and stop rather than like a progressive build. You know, there's that quick, like, just where there's silence for that split second, and then it goes into the next part. And maybe I kind of like it. They do it well. Let's just say that. It's not as jarring as it would be to just go from like soft to loud or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They do a good job of it. So.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
That's my origin. I guess first impressions, I guess we kind of already know, or we kind of talked about our first impressions of it. I mean, I think this record's really good. There's one song that's, you know, teetering on the edge of a stinker. Oof. But otherwise, yeah, the songs are really good. I will say though, the first half is much better than the second half. Like much better. But yeah, second half's fine. But you're on such a high from before. It's kind of a letdown a little bit.
Okay, interesting.
But what do you think?
I think the first 7 songs are untouchable. Untouchable.
All right.
Sore Thumb is probably my least favorite. But
Why is that?
it's only my 10B. So I think my 12B is a safe situation, the last song.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't hate the song. I think it's a closer song. And that's out of sequence, it would not work. It just would not work. And especially coming off of a pre-closer song, Career Day, which is essentially a closer in itself. A safe situation, it's fine. It's super short. It's good. It does its job. It gets out of there quick enough, so it's not a stinker. But a Sore Thumb is probably like your top 3B because it's like the most aggressive song on the album here, and it's fucking fast, and it's a punker song here.
It's not. It's
probably like your fucking beyond banger, I think.
So you clearly have 12Bs, right?
Yeah, this album's perfect. That's stupid.
So okay, slow it down there. I have 6 Bs, and then I have one. Like I said, I have one almost stinker. So I'm curious where this one sits for you. My almost stinker. What?
No, let's talk about your almost stinker. It's probably either On Your Porch or it's I'm Ready I Am. That's the only two that it can be.
Let's see. Okay, and then what was the what's that song?
I'm nicotine.
Oh, you think those are almost stinkers?
Yeah, that's what I think your stinker is.
Okay. No, my almost stinker is Let's Make This Moment a Crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one, it really rides the line of pop country, like really, really does. And there's a lot of Taylor Swift here. Like, I feel like Taylor Swift listened to this song and she's like, this is what I need to do. This is how I make it big, is like this format song.
She fucking wishes.
I feel like just the chord progressions and the transitions into the different parts is so Taylor Swift, like pop country Taylor Swift. So it's listenable, but man, you're really riding that fucking line into being obnoxious and annoying. And the snare drum here, it's fucking loud. It's loud like the first song, that first single, that snare hit is very loud, but this is like, it's like relax. Like this is too much and way too high in the mix. But yeah, this is my almost stinker. What do you got on this one?
This is my 11B. I'm fucking surprised.
Okay. All right.
This
and I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about lyrically in this. I could not figure it out.
Oh, I thought this was just about like two people who want to give it a go with each other, but it never just matched up or never quite I don't know, the timing was never there. And it was all based around a moment that they had that I thought, as fate would have it, probably shouldn't even happen to begin with.
That's a good analysis of it. There was a couple moments on this record where I had a kind of a difficult time figuring out what he was talking about. I don't know if it's like being contradictory or I mean, it's more ambiguous than anything, but I don't know.
There was one song on here that I completely saw differently. On Your Porch, I completely saw differently. But Let's Make This Moment a Crime. I don't know. The intro and outro to this, I mean, since we're just talking about this one, not the first time we heard it.
What?
No, I know, such a banger. But the intro and outro to this song is very Jimmy World Clarity. First instance. Very Jimmy World Clarity. And that's the first time. I mean, it's a 10th song on the album, so there's songs before this that I will mention as being similar to Jimmy World Clarity, but this is just the first time we're talking about a song, so first instance of Jimmy World Clarity. But overall, it's fine. I mean, this one's fun because you kind of just yell the whole time. You're yelling what he's yelling, and it's fun. It's cool.
But do you understand what I'm saying with the Taylor Swift thing? Are you making that connection at all?
Oh, dude, this is not the only time on the album that this is pop country. But
this
half
is like
of these songs are pop country.
This is the closest to it. I know what you're saying because I do agree with you on that. But this is the closest you can get to pop country without crossing the line.
There's a lot of little tricks here that they kind of like bring you back, like the drum chickas. There's a ton of pop punk drum chickas here, and I don't know. I mean, I'll just say it and then get out of the way because Josh Freese is boring in this record. but that's intentionally so. He's playing to the song, he's playing to the music, he's playing to the band. Solid stuff. He does have little things here and there that he does, little nuances that are complicated, but they're not like Travis Barker complicated. They're just he's playing to the music and it fits so damn perfectly. And I think he did a fantastic job of being a really, really good musician, playing with a bunch of guys that have a lot of really good ideas, and then everything kind of just meshing really well together and not being a dick about it like Travis has done in Anima of the State. So that said, I mean, drum performance-wise, like whatever. It's not bad at all by any means, but it's nothing memorable.
And because we're not going to talk about Josh Freese a lot because, like you said, there's not a lot to talk about. But I know he has said in many interviews that there was a time, he said in the late 90s and early 2000s, where he would just be called by like a record label saying, we need somebody to play drums on a record. And he said he would go to the studio, knock it out in like 3 or 4 hours and not even know what he even played, because he would go and like record, like not even just once a day. Sometimes he would do 2 sessions a day for different artists. And he said there were even points where he would play a song and never even hear the song. He was just being told like, it's a 4/4, it's this, how many, this, just giving him the specs of the song and saying, just play. And then they put the song together. There were literally moments where he just did that. And he's also said that, he said it happens all the time where somebody comes up to him, or like a fan will come up to him and say, oh, I loved your drums on this particular record. And he says, I don't remember playing that at all. Did I play on that? And they're like, yeah, you're credited, in the liner notes. And he's like, oh yeah, I have no recollection of that at all.
Kind of a douche move, but
it is. But
a little douchey.
But he's also played on like over 300-400 records, and the majority of them came within a 10-year span. In the late 90s and early 2000s.
I get it, but to say something like that, it's like you are now, and I don't think he would do this intentionally, because he probably likes a lot of music, a lot of different variety of music, but by him just saying that kind of diminishes the musicianship of this band, of whatever band he works for.
Yeah.
Because if he's I just phoned it in, it's kind of cocky and a little arrogant and a little douchey. But I don't think he meant it to come off that way.
No, I don't think so either. But I know he's also said regarding like a lot of the sessions during this time, he said he would play on a lot of records, and a lot of the records would never come out. And he gave a big example of like Avril Lavigne. He's like, I don't remember playing on an Avril Lavigne record, but I did. And he said, I also recorded 5 other artists that were supposed to be the next Avril Lavigne. Like at the time, record companies were just churning out artists and bands that sounded like other bands. And he said, and half of those people I recorded drums for, they've never ever been released. They've been shelved forever and never to be heard. So he's like, that's why I don't know all of everything I've ever played on, because some of it has never been released, which is crazy. You're paid thousands of dollars to go record a session and it's never released, but you get the money, and then the person who actually, the singer or the person, whatever on the record, never gets it released and gets no money.
It also kind of diminishes your own like craft too. If just, I don't know, taking any job you can possibly get and phoning it in and playing basic stuff like this.
Yeah. And he said, he also did say that he had to stop doing it, because he said it made it just like, he said it made it miserable for him, because he was just going and playing stuff that he didn't like, and things that he said he was just doing it strictly for the money, because it was easy money. So that's why he was doing it. But he said it ruined everything it ruined a lot for him. And so he stopped doing a ton of session work because of it, because of things like that. And then that's when he started to play more bands, because like after that he joined the Perfect Circle, he joined 9 Inch Nails and shit like that, and like actual touring bands rather than just being a strictly studio musician.
He just posted today about the Dwarves, and he posted like notes that he's been taking on drum parts for the Dwarves for whatever he's doing with them.
He's working with Bob Rock too right now, so maybe Bob Rock's doing a Dwarves record. Whatever. Anyway, we're done with Josh Freese. Talk forever.
Let's make this moment a crime. Done with it. Yes. Don't worry about it. Don't even talk about it again.
Yes.
What's your? We already talked about the first single. We played it.
Mm-hmm. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah. What banger is this on you? This better be.
That's my 1B.
Okay.
This is stupid. How can it not be your 1B?
It's my 2B. It's not my 1B.
Oh my god, you're such a cuck. All right. So yeah, it's my 1B. I think the way the song starts, just so simple with the drum beat and just a very simple, acoustic guitar. But it's once his vocals come in, that's when it just everything hits really, really well. And it smoothly transitions into that chorus, that super catchy chorus. And as dumb as the claps are, they work so well in this song.
Love the claps. Gotta love the claps.
You gotta clap. You gotta clap every
Come
time.
on. Yeah.
You gotta clap. This is like almost as contagious as the Friends clap from the TV show.
No.
It's almost as contagious as that.
Wait, you're saying the Friends clap is contagious?
Come on, dude. You
I'd never
hear
clap.
that song, you got because you're
I don't
stupid. You're
clap.
boring.
No.
You're boring.
No, not
You're
at all.
boring.
Because it's fucking
Boring.
stupid. Because that song is trash. The show's
The
trash.
song is stupid. The show's terrible. But you gotta clap. But anyway, the clapping in this song is very well placed. It's cheesy, but still well placed and fun. And I think this is just a solid song. This is the first song I ever heard from them when Tammy threw in the CD. And I was hooked from this song. But who knows? Maybe it was nostalgia, and
It's a good song. It's
where it lays
down. It's a good song. And again, the name of the band, the format, boring. The album artwork, the faceless person, boring. Their first single, named the first single, boring. Like it's just.
Could you not shoot yourself in the foot more?
I know it's so ballsy, but then also just kind of like so stupid. Like you guys thought real highly of yourself, didn't you? You had a lot. You're very conceited, because if this didn't work out, again, this would be like a Josh Freese shelved Avril Lavigne ripoff thing that would never see the light of day, because it's that ambitious in its, I don't know, self-deprecation.
Well, wasn't the next record the Dogs record? What was it? Dog Pound? What's it called?
I don't know.
I can't even think right now.
Dogs eating dogs, I think
Dogs
it was
Eating
called.
Dogs. No, but I think that album almost got shelved. Like they weren't going to release it, but then they found, like at the last minute, they ended up releasing it. I think that was the case with that record.
I mean, there was a whole thing too with their label, like Elektra, like got bankrupt or got it dissolved.
It got bought out. Yeah.
Yeah, it basically ceased to exist. And so then with any smaller label merging into a massive label, the massive label takes all the artists and says, okay, which one of these are we going to cut? Which one of these are we going to save? And which one of these are in the middle? And the Format was one of those bands that was like in the middle. I'm like, oh, let's keep them and see where it goes or whatever, and see what happens. So they were, I mean, just by, I don't know, the stroke of luck, I guess, they continued to be a band. But like Dog Problems, that's what's called, Dog Problems.
Dog Problems, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's just not good. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's just
I can't
not
get
good.
into
It's
it.
boring. It's forgettable. There's no personality to it whatsoever.
Because I don't think I've listened to Dog Problems since, 2006 or when it came out. I think right around when it came out. Whenever I met Tammy, I don't fucking know. It was probably the last time I heard it, so I was very surprised now, like how much I don't remember from it. Like I don't know. There's not a lot there. It kind of has that I talked about, and I know you hate the term, but it's like circus pop. It has a lot of that circus pop sound, a lot of what like Fun has as well. There's a lot of fun there as well. I don't know. Did you hear that at all?
No, I didn't hear that at all. I think Dog Problems, if anything, has, because I think there's two, just like how I think there's two different formats, there's also two different funds. Format Interventions and Lullabies is a completely different band than Dog Problems. Totally different. Mm-hmm. One, like the format Interventions and Lullabies approaches songs in a more like simplistic instrumentation coupled with crazy catchy vocal riffs and vocal melodies, all, and it's all put together with I don't know, a sort of sloppiness, because a lot of stuff on here is kind of just sloppy and thrown together. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it's just cheesy.
Yeah.
Whereas like Dog Problems is even more cookie cutter than this. I mean, the format don't stray away from the fucking verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro.
Not at all.
Like that's their mode. That's their MO. But Dog Problems is boring. Like you could listen to Dog Problems, and again, I listened to it again this week, and I still, even like the biggest songs, I still couldn't pin down the melody after it was over. Like the title track, Dog Problems, she doesn't get it. These are like massive songs. I don't know the melody. But this one, I think objectively, you could listen to Interventions and Lullabies you can listen to the first single, you can listen to Wait Wait, and you can be singing the don't parts. I really do think you can do that. Fun is also the same way. Fun's a band where they only have 2 albums also, kind of weird, but their first one, the Aim and Ignite, that one is very, and don't it's not like play stuff. It's like chamber music. It's a lot of
What?
a lot of harpsichord. That's what it's called. Like Badly Drawn Boys is a good example of like chamber music. Chamber music is
Chamber music is like classical music.
that's what this is. There's harpsichord on this album, on Interventions and Lullabies.
Yeah, but it's so minimal.
But no, it's not. It's like part of an entire song. It's
Yeah,
like
but it
part of
doesn't-
the
but
main
it-
riff of a song.
Okay,
The
but it
chamber music
doesn't-
is put together to be like an orchestra, an orchestral arrangement. There's a lot of instruments being played on here, most of it by just the 2 main guys. And same with Fun. That Aim and Ignite is put together to be like an orchestra, but still with those really strong vocal melodies. The next album, they had Some Nights. That's a pop album that was made to be like a pop album.
That was
get
the one
them
with
finally
We
to
Are
make
Young,
money.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only one I've ever heard from them. Is that record?
You even heard Aim and Ignite?
I don't think I have. I really don't think I have.
I mean,
Only
you'll
just the one with We Are Young.
you'll fucking hate it because it's fun. But yeah, you should. Vastly different than Some Nights. Like those 2 Fun records are more different than each other than these 2 Format records are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, some nights I could not get into. I can't believe he only put out 2 records with Fun.
He also has a solo record.
Yeah, but when did that come out?
Like 5 years ago?
I think he stopped. He retired from music for a while because I know he got really into Blink 155, that podcast. So he was on that podcast for a few episodes, and he like loved Josiah. I was surprised, but I know when he was on it, he was talking about how he was just sick of, I think he was just sick of the fame and just like the bullshit of the music industry. So he just stopped making music, and I think he's just kind of lived off the residuals since then, at least off of Fun.
Well, he's got a kid. I mean, he's got like a family now. He's
Yeah.
from Arizona, lives in Manhattan. He's living the dream.
Man, like New York, Manhattan?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know that?
Dude, I know, bro. I know.
I know, bro. For sure, bro.
I called him. No, I do my due diligence. That's why.
I didn't see that part, but
No, you do your due diligence. So it's fine.
anyway, the first single, "You Know Me," is it's an absolute banger of a song, and it's I don't know. There I guess no there what not I guess, but there is the original version of the song on their first EP that came out right before this.
Yeah.
I think it sounds almost exactly the same, but some people say it has different parts. But
Vastly different. 2 different
Is it
songs. It might as well be
I
like
don't-
Sabbath compared to Taylor Swift. Like literally, just fucking so different.
outside of like the production, was it really that different?
No, it's not that different. But the biggest difference
Right?
is
I was gonna say
no.
it's not.
the biggest difference. There's two big differences here. The biggest difference in the OG single is that it doesn't hit as hard. It doesn't hit as hard as the other one because the drums aren't as loud, and they're just not as obnoxious. Because the drums are obnoxious, they would be super annoying. Like what the fuck you need drums that loud for? It's not even a good beat. It's just a very basic beat. Like why are they that loud? But it works.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck does it work? I don't know. And the other thing is there's too much production. There's too much production tricks in the original single. There's vocal effects. There's these back and forth stereo effects. And the album version also has these sort of tricks, but they're refined. Whereas like imagine you're opening GarageBand and you and your friend are like, oh, fuck yeah, that's a cool trick. Let's throw that in there without like trying to really layer it properly or transition into it and out of it properly. It's just like, let's fuck it in there. Let's make it happen. Who cares? That's the biggest difference between the two. It's just the OG single is just it's too much production without a producer, really.
That's kind of what I thought. That's what I remembered was that it wasn't the song itself. It was more the production of the actual song, the recording of the song.
But honestly,
That
the
was the
drum
biggest
part,
difference.
the drum part in the OG single is better than the way Freeze plays it.
Is it a
'Cause
drum machine though? Did somebody actually play drums on that?
I don't know. I didn't. I find. I mean, I didn't fucking know Josh Freese played drums on this one, so I don't fucking know.
That's true.
But,
Well, because like if you go on the Formats wiki, it doesn't say Josh Freese. You have to go to the Josh Freese wiki, and go from there and kind of look through his discography. And that's how I found out about that years ago. I was like, oh shit, I had no idea he played drums on this.
So from now on, if you don't know who played drums on an album, you just first assume it was Josh Freese, and second confirm it was Josh Freese.
Yeah. If it was recorded any time between 1990 and now, it's probably Josh Freese.
That's annoying.
But no, it's not. Get the fuck out of here.
Annoying.
He's one of the best. Anyway, so what is lyrically, what do we have on the song?
Well, there's a couple other things here too. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So when he transitions to the bridge and he says that I hate what I've become, I hate what I've become. Love how he sounds. Fucking love the way he sings that. I die. I melt. I'm like butter. I turn to butter. I melt. I die. And the ending to the bridge, that is so Jimmy Eat World Clarity. Done. Fantastico.
Yeah, trying to think how that goes.
And then
sing it for me. How does it go?
Dude, I'm not even at the best part yet. Okay, I'm not even there yet. The best part, my favorite part of this song, is the end chorus, because it starts about 3:40. I got a timestamp. I don't know if you want to play it. You don't have to play if you don't want to play it. But the way
I'm down to play everything.
He sings it differently, right? So instead of saying like you think you do, you just don't seem to be. But like the way he says it, then he says cause a scene. The part when he says cause a scene, so he's like cause a scene in the beginning, but then at the end he's like let's cause a scene. Oh my god, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing to me over here? I don't know. I'm like giggling right now. I'm giddy like a schoolgirl over here because the song is so fucking good.
All right, should I fade in at 3:40 or fade in a few seconds earlier? What do you think?
I would fade in a few seconds earlier, just in case.
Okay. All right. Here's what Jeff's talking about from the Formats. It really is a nice touch.
Good.
To round out the song.
This song's not really like a 2-minute song, a pop song. It's like a fucking 4-minute song. We just spent 3 minutes of it doing the same thing over and over and over, and he just adds this little difference, that causes scene part, dude. Oh my god, blows my mind every single time. I swear to you.
I mean, I've listened to this. I've listened to this record many, many times over the years, and it wasn't until this week when I realized how long some of these songs are. Some of them were 5 minutes long.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
45-minute album, 12 songs for a pop band.
I thought when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this is going to be like 31, 32 minutes, but no, 45 minutes, and there's 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I think there's one 6-minute song. Oh yeah, it's crazy. All right, so what else you got on this song?
So good, dude.
Outside of lyrics, what else?
I like, as far as lyrics go, I like reading this as Nate talking to himself, kind of going like deep inside himself, questioning what type of person he's grown into. Like the second verse is sort of like this defense mechanism he's throwing out, like I don't need anyone, and it's I don't know, it's a clear path to a downward spiral, and it's my favorite verse because it's so fucking good. And it's like the part where he says let's make a list of who we need, and the first part of that part of the verse, he's actually like contemplating how short the list would actually be, probably because he's the type of person that has now pushed everyone close to him away. And the second part of that verse, when he says, and we'll throw it away because we don't need anyone, he's talking to himself saying, like, fuck, man, who cares? I know I'm a dick, but we don't need anybody. I only need myself. I'm an asshole. I like that.
Seems like a kind of, I don't want to say narcissist way of saying it, but it makes sense, I guess.
I mean, we'll come into kind of like a self-preservation, a narcissistic kind of way of him thinking later on, also in my biggest mind blower of On Your Porch, which is, I think, something different than what I always thought it was. But yeah, that's what I got here.
So you have it seems to me like you have you had a different interpretation of these songs prior to this week.
I thought that song was about heartbreaks, and that's it. Heartbreaks and 808s.
I mean, people have said that this song is about his criticism of the music industry and how, they're the ones creating the music, that they don't need to listen to the record label and this and that.
Nah, it's too early. No.
That's what I was thinking too.
It's too early.
And also, like, this album is kind of cookie cutter. It is kind of, they're not trying to make a statement.
No.
I mean, with musically, with their band name, and like we've talked about the band name, album cover, they're not making a statement unless it's done like in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way or like a sarcastic way.
Which it totally is, but they're not that good. I mean, they're not that mind-blowing. It's just really, really good indie pop music.
Yeah,
But
it
I
is.
mean that sub genre is I mean, like, who the fuck cares anyway? So yeah. Nah, it's too early. It's too early to be a stab at the recording industry.
All right, I'd have to agree with you on that. All right, so we good with this song finally?
We're good with that song, baby boy.
Okay, so what is your 2B? What do you got?
That was my 2B. That was my second B.
Oh, that's right. It was. It was.
That is right. Yes, that's why I said.
Oh no. Then what is your 1B? I'm sorry.
What is my 1B?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Because we usually start with you, but you decided to flip the format and flip the format.
Flip the format.
And,
you're having trouble with that alliteration there, aren't you?
It's all too much. So then, what's your 1B? Go.
I'm ready. I am. I'm nicotine. That is my favorite song. This is a song that friend of the pod Mike and I sing quite often, and mostly just that first line.
You guys are idiots.
Just in random bursts, just sing "I'm nicotine," and this is it.
All
yeah,
right.
this is my favorite song.
I can't believe that. This is my 5B.
Yeah.
This is my 5B.
The song is so stupid. It's so super easy. That stupid fucking guitar riff in the beginning, crazy easy. I love this shit. I love these little pop punk intros to the verses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's really cool.
The start stop thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I put on here too. They did it really well in this song.
And then
with the transitions.
And then the drum chicka, that chicka to go into it too. Like nice added effect. Always love a good drum chicka. Always.
I mean, you love any sort of chickas.
Love all chickas, to be honest. I do love all chickas.
Yeah, you are a sucker for the chickas.
I'm a sucker for the chickas. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Gee, you knew. The song is just put together. The song is put together very nicely. The high lead guitar part and the lower bass that follows the melody, I love. And I think that's why I don't hate that they have 3 guitarists, because you need 2. I think at all times the format needs 2 guitarists. One just as like an acoustic, one just to kind of drive everything forward, and you need like another lead one to kind of just play a lot of really random high parts. And a third one in there, a little excessive, yes, but I don't hate it. So,
but for a band who doesn't really have much of a following, and they go out on tour with 3 guitarists, a singer, bass player, and drummer, it's a little much. Right.
This is a band that doesn't have like a massive following outside. Like if you just clicked on Peoria on a map and then drew, I don't know,
where
like
the fuck is Peoria?
Peoria's like northeast or northwest of Glendale or northwest of Phoenix.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a half from my house.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, or like 35 minutes from tip of Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too far.
But like if you just took like Peoria and just made like a circle and color like the circle red, and that's like their hard fan base, and then the outer circle is yellow, and that's like their good fan base. You know what I mean? Like the circle would get bigger and bigger, but it would never reach like NorCal. It would never go to Texas. It would never get like that far. But man, dude, they love the format in Arizona. Like hard.
I bet. Nothing comes out of Arizona. That's why.
Jimmy Eat World came out of Arizona.
I mean,
Gin
very
Blossoms.
few bands come out. We all know very few things come out of Arizona.
Linda Ronstadt. Oh my God. Should I go on?
JFA.
Long list of fucking highly
JFA.
Successful artists. JFA. Are you kidding? Are you joking my ass right now?
I don't joke asses. We all know this.
I like how his voice cracks sometimes in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny, and his voice cracks a lot in this album too. I mean, I hope it's purposeful, but I actually kind of hope it's not purposeful, because it's endearing. It's endearing
because he's a young lad.
But yeah, man, this song is so goddamn good. It's so fucking fantastic. It's so basic. It's so basic, but it is so catchy. It's such a good pop song.
And then to start with, just to start with that line, it's so stupid. But I love this
so
song. I really do
whiny.
love this song. It is my 5B. I think it's a really, really good song. But man, that opening part.
And then toward the end, when he's like, "I'm the color green, you should have seen the looks I just received," and Josh was like, "Chicka, chicka, chicka." Does like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pop punk chicka chicka.
Ooh, that's a lot of chicka chickas.
Dude, so many chicka chickas. Not enough chicka chickas in my book.
All right, so I'm going to play a little bit of I'm Ready, I Am. We'll talk about it more, I'm sure, and as well as the lyrics. So here we go from the format.
Nicotine.
There you go, the format. And the song I'm Ready, I Am.
I'm nicotine.
He does have this, I mean, I know we've talked about, the starting and stopping in the songs, but he has a really kind of cool way of doing a pre-chorus, but changing the lyrics every pre-chorus, which a lot of artists don't do. But he keeps the melody, obviously, but just changes the lyrics. Maybe not completely changes them, but certain parts of that pre-chorus. I like that a lot. I think that's really, really cool. I think it sounds good. I think it's it just spices it up a little bit. For a band that isn't too spicy, it spices it up.
He really is a really good songwriter. And if we're basing it just off of this alone, like he's a fantastic songwriter. Because again, most of these lyrics don't ever rhyme. So it's hard it's hard to attach yourself to a song that doesn't rhyme because there's nothing there. And inherently humans want rhyming. We want structure. We want something familiar. We want to repeat something later on. But the focus is such on the melody, and the melodies are so strong, and they're there. And this one right here, that I'm nicotine part, it's just 2 fucking words, and it's so dumb. But I love the way he says it because it's nasally, but it's just enough nasal, a little bit more to be annoying.
Even the acoustic guitar part is very pop punk. That dun, 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 dun. It's just the low and the high. You know what I'm talking about, like the palm unit. It's so pop punk.
It's essentially he's just hitting a power chord with his index finger and then his ring finger or pinky finger, and then just moving his index finger up and down, but keeping the ring and the pinky finger in the same spot. But that's also what I like about the format, especially in this album, is they are not afraid to use not just like an acoustic guitar, but like an unmodulated, clean acoustic guitar. And that's not... And it sounds like it's something so easy, but so many times we hear bands use acoustic guitars, and there's always run through some type of either like a delay, a verb, a phase. There's some type of effect.
There's usually an echo. Like usually always there's an echo added to the acoustic guitar already having an echo.
But God, man, the format just uses like straight up acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I think honestly this album is mixed really well. Outside of like some of the snare drum tones, I think this album is mixed very, very well. Everything is like I usually have a big issue with acoustic guitars within like a rock band. I know you do too, because usually it sounds just stupid and unnecessary,
fucking cheesy. Yeah,
but the format just do it really well. But I think it's also because, like you said, they layer it so much with different guitars. So you have the acoustic playing doing just the basic rhythm, then you have an electric come in there with just a purely clean tone, kind of doing the same thing as the acoustic. But then you come in with like a little bit of a crunch with that lead guitar. So it's like, it's this nice layer of it all. So I understand kind of why they would use 3 guitar players live, but it's such a small capacity.
I don't hate it, but I mean, I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
So what do you have lyrically on this one? Or do you have anything else musically?
No, that's about it. I didn't think lyrically this was that interesting.
Nothing at all.
He's trying to prep himself for this inevitable breakup.
Yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, he's prepping himself, but then because all he's hearing is and seeing are things that are reminding him of falling out of love with this girl. That's what it is. He's seeing his own toxic behaviors and her toxic behaviors and how they're just not compatible anymore. So
yeah, that's the first line. I'm nicotine. He thinks he's addicted. the epitome of addicted. But in the next line, I'm coming clean. He's trying to stop, trying to get away. It's cute.
Yep. So cute.
So cute.
So then that was your one. You did your 1 and 2B.
That was my 1 and 2B.
So my 2B is On Your Porch.
What?
On Your Porch is my 2B.
What?
Man, I like this song.
What?
I liked this song.
Get out of town right now.
I swear, man. Where does this one sit for you?
This is my 3B. This one fucking...
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's my first 6 Bs are just... they're untouchable. Honestly, they're untouchable.
I thought this was either going to be your 1 or 2B. I really, really thought that.
Listen, this is the other one. I mean, we sing this one more than I'm Ready I Am. My friend in the pod, Mike, this is the one that we sing like a lot, and pull random lines here and there from this one. Yeah, and sing constantly.
See, I know I've heard this song so many times, but I've never sat down and listened to the lyrics. But talk about a depressing song, man. This one bummed me out, but that's why that's one of the reasons why I think I like it so much, because it evoked something in me that was just, it was like heart-wrenching. So I don't know, man. This is a tough one for me, man. This is like one of the sadder songs I've ever heard.
See, like, I've always thought that this was just straight sadness, and because the whole dad thing, but then you forget like there's a second verse, because the first verse is so impactful. It hits so hard. But then the second verse is kind of totally different. And I think this song is I think it's an incredibly brave song masked with sadness. And I think it's all about just being afraid. Overall, it's about it being afraid. First, the first verse is he's afraid his dad's going to die because he got sick. And then like it turned into this because he quit college with his buddy and they chose the musician life. And I think it's like, I don't know, just being scared, but also knowing that this is what you want to do. Because when he talks about like the idea of a porch, right? They take the idea of a porch. He's at his parents' house, sitting on their porch. It's comfortable, it's safe, it's familiar, and that's how the song opens, and that's how the song closes. Is I'm sitting on the porch. He feels comfortable. It's like coming home after being away for a long time, or being, I don't know, a hard day at work, or just in a bad mood. You come home, you just feel, as soon as you walk in the door, you just feel like, finally, like I'm safe. This is my safe spot. And it's just, it wasn't like he was just running from his sick parent. Like he was running from like pressure and expectations and commitments to follow his dreams of moving to LA and being like a famous musician. And the first part, yes, it is about like him being scared about his dad like dying, but ultimately it's just him wanting to be his own person. He wants to go away, and it talks about like he can't even look at his dad because he's like, fuck, man, like my dad's going to die, but I still need to go do me. Like I still need to go to LA. I still need to go and live my life and achieve my dreams. And like the reason why this song hits so hard is because when like his parents tell him like, you're not a failure. Even if you fuck up, we still love you. And like that gives him that drive to think, I can leave Tempe, I can leave Peoria, I can go to LA, I can move out and like be successful on my own, because no matter what, I can always go home and go to the porch and be with my mom and dad in my house and feel safe, feel familiar, and I don't know, just be happy. So I think the song is sad, but I think ultimately it's more of like a venturing off on your own song, which should be celebrated and be happy, but it's just masked with some uber sadness.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's like really happy.
I understand that. I kind of took it in a more negative way, where he was confronted with something he didn't want to deal with, so he removed himself from the situation. And while he was doing that, he was confronted by his father, and even though his father knew what he was doing, like essentially not abandoning, but just kind of escaping to not have to deal with it, and instead of treating him like making him feel guilty about it, he tells them that he loves him, and that, you know, I understand, I'm not here to guilt you, but I understand that you have to get away, like you can't handle this, and I don't fault you for that. Like he understands the kind of severity of it, and he doesn't try to guilt trip his son. And then in the second verse, it is him leaving, and yeah, he's happy, but by the end of the second verse, he's kind of thinking like, are they still thinking about me? Are they it's almost like he's questioning whether or not he made the right decision of leaving.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's my interpretation of this song. I think it was, and then mix that with, it's pretty much only Nate and then the acoustic guitar with a little bit of like percussion, but just very, very minimal. And it's just so melancholy and sad, and it's a depressing song. Like they did a great job on this song.
Dude, the way, man, this is. There's just so many layers to this. It's a song that is such a slow build, and it tears you down so hard. Like this song tears still even after like the thousandth listen. I listen to the song like Mike Tyson over here listening to the song. Listening to this song, I'm not gonna stop saying that. That's
you're having
bad.
a tough one.
Listening to this song after like the 1000th time, tip of the teeth, the mouth, the lips, the jaw. It still it tears me down, dude. Like it really does. It's fucking hard to get through because it's such an emotional roller coaster, and like it's a song built around Nate. I mean, the strumming pattern, I'm all over the place here. The strumming pattern hits hard later on because it's not picking anymore. It's now strumming, and so that's also kind of building to like its overall crescendo, which I think the crescendo is eventually like the chorus. And then the chorus is that kind of final like self part where he's like, I got to do this. Because the first part is he's already leaving at this point. He's on the porch. He came to his parents' house to say like, hey, I'm fucking leaving. This is what I have to do. But then his dad's like sick. And his dad was sick like at the point when he was writing the song. Like, his dad was super fucking sick. He was going to die.
Yeah.
And so he's already there to tell his parents he's leaving. His dad's sick, and now he feels obligated to stay, but he still has like this passion to leave. And so then his dad's like, yeah, just go ahead. It's fine. Fuck off. Whatever. It's cool. Like, God damn. What a cool parent, first of all.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think like the crescendo is the chorus, is when he's like, what's left to lose? You've done enough. And it's just like all of this emotions are finally hitting him. And that's when all the production tricks are finally setting in. And the strumming is like coming into its own, and it just builds up so nicely to that first chorus. And it kind of just like rides. It rides from there. And that's why the second chorus or the second verse is always forgettable, because that first verse hits so hard where you forget the second verse where he's already now in LA. He's already in Hollywood. He's already now living the dream. And he's still like questioning whether or not he made the best decision he could have made.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it all drops back down into the picking. And at the very end in the outro, when it's picks again in the outro, it's pleasant. It's not like sad or depressing like it was in the intro.
Yeah, no,
Just hits a
that's
little
right.
hard, hits a little easier.
Musically and lyrically, it tells quite the story. And kind of praising him on the way he writes his lyrics and writes songs. In that, there are two choruses, but they're different lyrics.
Yeah.
Kind of the same. I mean, it is. I mean, they're the chorus, so it's like the same thing. So it's essentially like two different sets of verses. Really, that's what it is. I guess if you want to really break it down that way.
Yeah.
The chorus is 10. I mean, it's two different sets of verses. 4 verses, really.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
the
just
chorus
a weird
has the
way
same-
of writing a poem, almost.
Yes, exactly. And this is the most song on the album, because a lot of stuff here, like the choruses, he does change things a little bit. And because we've already heard the first chorus, we can sing the second chorus, but some of the words are changed just enough to where it's different, and it blends with the verse, and it is really good songwriting. It really is.
And then there's essentially 2 different outros. I mean, one's listed as a post-chorus, but I mean, it's essentially. I mean, I guess you could make it one long intro, but usually, outros. But usually outros are just the same thing over and over again. But I don't know. This is I think it's a really well-made song in every way. And usually too, like when a guitar matches up so well with the vocal melody and the vocals in general, it's because the person singing is also playing guitar. So huge props to Sam Means? To Sam and Nate, because the way that that interplay on this song, I think is top notch. It's so fucking good.
They've been boys since grade school. Like you know what I mean? They've been together for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
At camp, after we do like the campfire, and then when things quiet down, we cease clapping and yelling. And then whenever we like something, instead of applauding, you snap, right? Like you snap and you get 300 kids snapping, and it's kind of like a cool effect. It's a very calming effect to
I
show
remember doing that.
appreciation, and it's really cool. Still to this day, after the song is over, I snap my fucking fingers, because this is a song that we always played at camp, and it's just like that melody, that guitar part. Anybody that played guitar at camp knew how to play this song. So I still snap after the song is over to this day.
That's pretty cool, though. That is.
I
Cool.
snap like I'm in my car. I take my hands off the wheel on the freeway and I snap.
Of course you do. Yeah. Live life dangerously, right?
I do. Gotta snap.
All right, so let's play a little bit of on your porch, and then we'll move on. So here it is from the format. Get ready to get sad. There you go, On Your Porch from the format. Man, what a sad song, man. It's so sad. This one got me so bad.
I guess I just look at this song more of like, I don't know, as a kid, accepting that I need to make a hard decision of leaving my parents behind, who care for me so much, to go follow my dreams,
Mm-hmm.
rather than I'm leaving my parents to die type of thing.
I mean, yeah, you're taking it on a much more positive route, which is good. I mean, that's what music should do. It should have us talking about this kind of shit.
Because I really tried to find if his dad, because I know he was sick at this point. Like, he was really, really sick, and he was going to die. But I don't think he did die. And I don't know if he's still alive. And I couldn't find anything on that. I read like a lot of interviews, and they asked him about this, but nothing was like, well, is your dad still alive? It's like, I didn't find anything whether or not his dad's still alive. And he never brought it up, so.
It would be kind of an insensitive question, too. Your dad died?
Well, I don't know. I want to know.
I know, but
I need closure, Nate.
yeah, but it's still not like a very appropriate thing to ask somebody. So I understand why it hasn't been brought up if he died.
Needs to be brought up.
All right, so then that's my number 2, my 2B. What do you got for your 3B then?
My 3B was On Your Porch.
Oh, that's right. That's
You're not listening
right.
to anything. Like, literally
I am,
not listening. You're hearing.
Usually it doesn't.
You're
Usually
hearing.
it doesn't happen like this.
You are hearing, but you're not listening. That's
Usually
the problem.
our B's aren't this close together. Like we'll have like 1, maybe 2, but our B's have been very close. All right, so my 3B is Tune Out.
Let's tune out by turning on the radio.
Dude, talk about a fucking catchy chorus. This is almost as catchy as, that single. Obviously, because it's my 3B. There's also an acoustic version of this, which I think is better than this version, and it's on the Snails EP. There's a few acoustic versions on that EP. But anyway, yeah, this is cool because it starts off pretty slow, but then it speeds up in the chorus. So it's like this, it's back and forth, but during the chorus, it's very bouncy sounding. I just like all the different variations because they don't fuck around with a lot of, I don't want to say styles, but just I don't know. I can't even try. Do you know what I'm saying in this song?
Yeah. They play it safe, but they just add like a little bit of layering here or there to give
to
it
the
some
actual
depth.
song itself. Yeah. So that's kind of why this is my number 3. And like I said, how did you feel about the acoustic version on the Snails?
I don't like it as much as the studio one. No,
What?
no,
You always
Because-
love acoustic more.
I do because I don't know. I've seen the format and I've seen them live and I've seen them do actual like acoustic songs a lot, and I don't like the Snails EP. I just don't like it. I'm not a
Really?
fan of it. I don't like it. I don't like the way they do acoustic songs on there. Not a fan of it. And this one, because I don't know, this one needs to build. This is one that builds into the chorus, and I think it needs that build because
Mm-hmm.
the chorus is so fucking catchy. Arguably one of the weirdest, catchiest things on the album. It's so fucking catchy, but it needs that build up. And in the acoustic version, it doesn't quite get that build up. And like the intro.
So.
I think the intro is a solid guitar riff. It's like a perfect guitar riff intro because it gives us a sneak peek to the main melody but then it immediately drops out and then goes into that staccato piano thing with the weird singing pacing. But you get like right in the beginning, you get like the melody to the chorus. Like, oh fuck, that's what we're gonna hear later on, and then it builds up into the chorus. And then I'll tap the brake, the window, dude, it's so good. And the bass throws down this massive slide, and it's just like this is another one that's like a real country twang to it.
Yeah, it has the slide guitar in it. Like you could definitely hear it, but it doesn't sound cheesy. Like that's one of the instruments that rides the line of being really cool in a song and just beyond cheesy. There's no in between, and it works so well in the song. They utilize it very well. And there's a couple other songs too where they use like a banjo, a mandolin, and even some chimes, and it works surprisingly well. It's not too goofy, but they did the slide well in this one. So I'm going to play a little bit of Tune Out, then we'll talk about it more and get into the lyrics. So here it is from the format. Dude, that chorus is unreal.
I'm telling you, you need the build up there.
Wait, what's there's another song. I lost it. There was a chorus that just right now reminded me of this chorus reminded me of it. I don't know, never mind. There it goes. There she goes. And fuck, what was I gonna? Now I'm totally lost. I'm totally fucking lost on what I was gonna say.
But it's cool. We can talk about the lyrics. Whatever you want to do, kid.
No, there was something I wanted to talk. Fuck, I wanted to talk about.
The 51 is backed up and too slow. I've been on the 51. I've driven it. It's crazy.
Where is the 51?
I'm living history, kid.
I don't think I've driven on the 51. Is it north of Phoenix?
You've driven past the 51 for sure going home. On the 10, when you go home and you're going to like downtown Phoenix, there's an option to go north to the 51.
Oh, okay. But I've never actually driven up.
So you've seen it though.
I'm sure I have. Yeah.
You've seen the 51, and you've probably seen that it was backed up and too slow.
Much like the 10 through downtown Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, that's during rush hour. Yeah.
Only during like between 3 p.m. and like 6. Dude,
barely.
Their rush hour. Dude, Phoenix rush hour is nothing compared to the bullshit I have to experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say
here
like,
in Southern California.
Like 405 rush hour traffic
dude.
shit.
405, 101, 5. Dude, it's unreal. Or dude, even Orange County, 55, the 55, the 57, what they call the Orange Crush, the Orange Crush right there. The Orange Crush is the worst.
Ray's mom drove that for 10 years.
Yeah, fuck that noise. Anybody who does not live in Southern California or in Orange County, LA County, they don't know what we're talking about at all.
They don't know anything about traffic, honestly. Nothing.
No, nothing. And thinking about like somebody like Skip, who lives in Birmingham, where he pretty much walks and takes public transportation everywhere, he has literally no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, the fuck does he know?
He's never experienced traffic.
Huh.
It's stupid. Why is this even a conversation?
I know. His entire country, you could walk from one side to the other side probably in 20 minutes. Easy.
Yeah, but not in SoCal. Oh my God. What a nightmare this place is. Okay. Let's see here. Tune Out. Yeah, okay, what do we have lyrically on this one?
I kind of think it's about like a relationship that's run its course, but neither person wants it to end. And I don't know. I almost thought it was just about like being so content with someone that you could just sit in silence and be okay. But I don't know. The constant use of tune out makes it seem like the relationship is being phoned in, and the 51 being backed up and too slow is a solid metaphor to like the relationship. A freeway is supposed to be quick and fast paced and exciting.
Yeah.
But when it's congested, it's fucking miserable.
So I took it the opposite. I feel like this song is about how in love he is with the girl, and even the simplest things make him happy as long as he's doing them with her. And then speaking of the traffic, like even sitting in traffic, he's still happy because he's with her. As long as he's with her, he'll do anything. He'll sit through traffic. He'll go through the worst things as long as it's with her. He'll tune out the rest of the world as long as he's with her. That's what I got from this song.
Yeah, no.
So different but the same, like Raised Fist would say.
Different but the same.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That I can't get over that chorus.
I think the
The
chorus
is so good.
Is the most unique and probably the catchiest on the album, honestly.
Yeah. But there's it sounds like something, but I cannot put my finger on it or put my finger in it. But anyway, that's all I got, I guess, for Tune Out. Do we have anything else on this one?
Let's tune out by turning on the radio. Oh, nope, that's it.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is. There's a Phantom Planet song called "Do the Panic," where it's like bop bop bop. Wait, I'm not even gonna try to. You know, I'm not even gonna try to sing it. I'm not even gonna try to sing it.
Do it again. That was good.
But they have a song
Almost
called "Do the Panic" that sounds a lot like this. I'm gonna talk to Tammy about this. I'm gonna have to talk to her about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna text her. I'll text her on the next break.
From your computer?
From my computer, my MacBook. Come on, Jeff. Step into the future here. Step into the future.
With two B's, Stebbin. Just
all
like
right.
a Stebbin razor. Do.
Okay, so what's your 4B?
Career day. Career day.
That is not a B for me.
That's
I will
crazy.
say.
That's wrong.
It's not a B.
That's crazy.
So what is it about this? Is it the mandolin or the chimes?
It's everything.
What do you
Dude, fucking sick bass. Doom, 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 doom. Awesome.
Yeah,
Love
just
it.
that one note.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. It's good buildup. Dude, I love this. I love this intro because you know we're going someplace at some point. Like,
Yeah.
come on. No band in the history of making decent music has started off a song like this and then not gone somewhere cool. And then
Okay.
we get somewhere cool. And there's very little rhyming in this one, and it's a lot of different little vocal melodies and instrumental parts, and like the line that he says up to 9 or 10, up to 9 or 10, and then he says or maybe 11.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, how does he even? He just like draws it out. He doesn't even sing. He doesn't even sing like or 11. He lets it just spill out of his mouth with all this different like inflection. It's so good. And then when the outro part hits, Tyler,
Oh my god, dude.
Rebecca, Anstead. When the outro part hits,
That's one of the best parts on the whole record.
it's magical.
It's one of the best parts on the whole record.
Dude, and then like a fucking harpsichord throws down and like this is it. I could listen to this outro part. This reminded me of Goodbye Sky Harbor. Like I could this is a looped thing where they're like, holy fuck, we just did something really cool. But instead of 16 minutes, it was like 2.5, 3 minutes of just this outro part. And it's solid. It is solid stuff.
I love that part. And yeah, the song is almost 6 minutes long. I just double checked. And that's one of my favorite parts on the entire record is the outro to the song. But the rest of the song doesn't really do it for me. It's a good song. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. But maybe I just haven't sat with the song as much as the rest of the record. I have no idea. But it's still good. It's good. It's just long. Just a long one.
Okay.
A lot of lyrics. Really a lot of lyrics.
A lot of lyrics.
Otherwise than it's a mid-tempo song, and I think it is cool that they use the other instruments and they kind of utilize more than just the guitar and melody on this. That is cool, but then it also kind of reminded me of Fun, and I don't like that. So there were parts of this record that reminded me of Fun, and I don't know, wasn't for me.
I think you need to stop judging Fun based off of Some Nights. I really do.
Maybe, you might be right.
I think in the next
never
couple
listened to that
days
first record.
you need to just listen to the first record.
You know what we should have done? We should have just ranked all 4 records. That's honestly what we should have done.
Well, no, because it would have been. I know you would have also ranked it the same. It would have been this one, and then Fun's first, and then Format second, and then Fun second.
Probably, yeah.
Because I like the Fun record, the first one, a lot. But come on, it's no Interventions and Lullabies. Come on, that's silly.
I would know. I would not know. I've never listened to it. But yeah, Career Day. Like I said, I can't really remember how it goes until it gets to that outro.
10, or maybe 11. That's how he sings it.
That's really fucking.
It's crazy.
Should I play a bit of the beginning and then go to the outro?
That's fine. We got a bunch of other beats to get through. I hate it anyway.
I at least want to do the outro.
You want to do in with the outro and out with the old?
You have to. We have to do it. It's one of the best parts of the whole record.
We'll
do you have a
be
timestamp or no?
together in the morning. No.
No, of course not. Okay. Neither do I.
Because the whole song's fucking good. Why would I just timestamp one part of the best song?
All right. Well, I'm gonna play just the outro part of it because it's just so calming and catchy, and it has this like very nice subtle build to it, and it never goes crazy. It's just really fucking good. So here's the outro to Career Day from the format. There you go, the end of Career Day, the outro. So what do you have lyrically on this song?
So good. I have
fucking good.
I thought this was again about him finding success or happiness and looking back to the people, probably a girl, and realizing that relationship has run its course and it sucked anyway. Who gives a fuck? And that's like the in with the outro and out with the old is like, let's start this breakup process here. Let's start the end. Let's get this over with. That's what I thought.
I have similar thoughts on this one. I feel like this is an extremely manipulative girlfriend who tries to turn everything as, she's the victim in the whole relationship to make him feel like shit. And that's really the only reason why he stays for a while because he just feels bad. It's the guilt. And then eventually he begins to realize, she's in the wrong. I'm not that bad of a person. And then that's when we hit the actual outro of the song, and that's him breaking up with the girl, his feelings on the breakup of the relationship. That's what I get with this one. So it's similar. It's very similar.
I dig.
I do too. I dig this song a lot.
I dig.
So that was your 4B?
That was my 4B.
All right. Did I do my 4B yet? Or
you did. I think you did. No.
Tune Out was
I'm Ready
my
I Am
3.
was your 5B, right?
Wait, what was that?
I'm Ready I Am was your 5B.
Yeah. Oh, so I didn't.
Not
Yeah.
your 4B.
My 4B is Tie the Rope.
See, real quick here. When I do my notes, I like to highlight things in red that I've already talked about.
Yeah,
I don't delete them. I highlight them in red. Maybe you could take a little bit of this advice I'm going to give you right now. Just highlight them in red. Okay?
Literally, as I was looking for... No, seriously, literally as I was looking for it, I realized, fuck, I've not been putting this in red. I should have.
You should be putting... That's what I've been doing. It's super easy.
That's what you've been doing for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Since Slayer.
I've been doing this for like 2 years, but yeah, you've been doing it for 2 weeks. That's all that matters. I'm putting everything in red right now, like it even fucking matters. But
Tie the Rope. That's my 9B.
Tie the Rope. Yeah. Why is that one so low for you?
Just because there's fucking 8 other songs that are just a little bit better, a lot better. And this one's great though. It's got a cool drum beat. It's a danceable little jam. Bass finally coming out and doing some work. And the chorus is like broken up and has this weird kind of pacing to it. Like Nate just talks and then sings and then just won't stop spitting words out. And when you think there'll be like a negative space, it's filled with like a dramatic instrumental part. I like that. Yeah. I like how the music will just drop right. I like how the music drops right before Nate starts singing rather than both of them hitting the cue all at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Because it allows the drop to extend about half a second, and it gives you this like really long drop.
Really long.
And the solo, dude, really longer. This solo is definitely very clarity sounding.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can definitely see that or hear that. I will say too that the pre-chorus on this song is up there with the catchiness of Tune Out, of the chorus and Tune Out. That lead up into it is, it's like Tom DeLonge status right here. Tom, when we at least I've recently discovered, his pre-choruses are the best parts of his song, of Blink and Angel and Airwave songs. The pre-chorus is the best, usually the best, and this is one of those instances where he took a little bit from Tom. Just saying, took a little bit from Tom, because who doesn't? And I love that part, and the chorus itself is beyond catchy. This is really, the entire song really is up there with Tune Out, except it's a little bit, I don't want to say dancier, but because of the way the beat is being played, it makes it more like a dance beat, I guess, or a dancier number.
I can see why you like it too, because it also is it's very like Angels and Airwaves kind of sounding, and it's
I
like
wouldn't know.
There's a little danciness there.
There's no danciness with Angels.
Angels and Airwaves?
No, there's not.
They're fucking borderline a disco band. Are you joking my ass right now?
Oh, that's the stupidest thing you've ever seen.
Outside of if you sandwich their records outside of Wooden Toe and Life Forms, everything in between is a fucking electronic dance fest. Some of it good, a lot of it very, very bad.
Oh, you're so stupid. Because every time you listen to their discography, you like almost all of it.
No, I don't. I'm not true in any way, shape, or form.
The only one you don't like is Love Part 2. That's the only thing you
I
don't
only
like.
two of them, and then I like one or two EPs, but I only like two of their albums. Everything else I think is bad.
No, you're fucking lying.
Bad.
Even the last time we did an Angels record, you said how much you like Dreamwalker.
I did not like Dreamwalker. Get the
Yes, you
fuck outta
did.
here.
You're
No,
fucking
I
dumb.
like Chasing Shadows.
That's their best EP.
I
For
know.
sure,
It's
the
a
best EP.
fantastic EP. Bad music.
No, it's great music. But anyway, we're not talking about Tom
3
DeLonge. I
feet
could talk
from the
about Tom forever.
ceiling. Just
Tie
tie
the
the rope. Oh,
Let's play a little bit of it then, since you're already singing it. We got to
kick
compare. We got to
that
compare the
chair.
two singers. So
Just
here's
leave me hanging there.
here's Tie the Rope from the format. There you go, Tie the Rope from the format. And
Whoa.
you know what really, really is irritating? Like so fucking irritating right now. It's actually really pissing me off. Is that you are absolutely right. I never
know.
made that connection, but this song is so Angel and Airwaves.
I didn't make it literally until you just said it. Until you brought up whatever you brought up. It makes so much sense.
Oh,
Like,
it was the Tom
even the
DeLonge
guitar.
pre-chorus. It was the
Yeah, that's
Tom
what it
DeLonge
was.
pre-chorus.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But yeah, it is the guitar. It's the guitar in the verses. Wow, dude, I'm so irritated. You're so fucking right. You're right. You're fucking right.
Yeah, you know your
I
Tom.
stand
You love
correct.
your Tom, and it's you gravitate towards all stupid things Tom. So
I gravitate towards good things, and that's what this is. And don't shut the fuck up with your Tom shit. Fuck you. But no, this song is really good. This might be higher now that I made this Tom connection. This might be my 3B now. I don't know. This is solid. I'm happy. I'm happy about this. But
it's so pathetic. Oh
it is
my
very
God.
stupid. It's very fucking stupid. But this whole podcast is stupid. Anybody listening this far into it,
It's
we're all
stupid.
Yeah, they're stupid. We're all stupid. Lyrically, I'm so irritated. You have no idea how irritated I am, how right you were about this. It makes me so fucking mad.
I know. I'm always right, so it's fine.
Well, you're very rarely right. So when you are right, it makes me
should,
extra mad.
you should get used to it.
Well, it's never gonna happen again. What do you got lyrically on this one?
I like how kind of upbeat and happy this song sounds, but really, he's talking about a relationship that is killing him,
Mm-hmm.
and he knows how awful that he's being treated, and even goes as far to say that he's like killing himself for her, but still choosing the slow death because he still doesn't want it to end.
I agree with you. Like these might be these are pretty dark lyrics for one of the, I think, arguably the happiest song on the record. And literally tie the rope. He's talking about tying the noose, hanging himself. That's pretty dark for
Yeah.
to title the song that, and you have like your happiest disco Angels and Airwaves sounding song right here. But yeah, it really just talks about how devastated he is after they break up, and it's just him kind of going through the whole thought process of it. And he kind of is contemplating suicide, and just his depression's getting so bad. And yeah, it's pretty.
Dude, that chorus is so. It's pretty brutal. Like, just tie the
it is.
rope, kick the chair, and just leave me hanging there.
And what did he say? Like, I'm 3 feet from the ceiling or something like that?
Yeah, gasping for air. Don't mind me. 3 feet from the ceiling.
Fuck,
Like,
man.
even still, he's like excusing himself. Like, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm only 3 feet from the ceiling.
Like it's very explicit. Very,
I
very
know.
explicit.
For like an otherwise just kind of melancholy, mopey teenage drama album, this one's pretty gnar.
Well, even the first two lines in the second verse, where he says, "You'd rather watch me drown than see your hands get wet."
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a great set of lyrics right there.
It's such a good like fuck you. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, it really is. I like that line a lot. But yeah, there's this is a really good song. I think musically, lyrically, I think it's a really good song. And like I said, now that you made that connection and I've realized it, this is probably my 3B now.
Oh God, that's gross. That's nasty.
Fine.
Is that
That's
really? Are you really
nasty.
changing your
No,
beat?
I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm just fucking with you.
Well, because you probably would. That's something you would do.
What? So you've never changed your thoughts on a song or a beer? You've never changed the rating on a beer?
Not
as you
based
get
off of
further
some
into it?
pathetic Tom DeLonge crush.
Oh,
No,
get the
I've
fuck
never
outta
done
here.
that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Crush,
But I'm not actually
crush,
doing that.
crush. 2, 3, 4.
The fuck is that?
Paramore song. Paramore.
They're gonna say like PM5K or something. Doesn't that sound like a PM5K song? Like the way you say
it,
the way you
yes.
the way you
Haley,
say it,
Haley
yeah.
Williams has a little more tact,
a little more elegance.
but
Yeah.
she's not like crush, like some horrible metalcore chode.
Little metalcore chode that you love, like PM5K.
PM5K's not metalcore.
Come on, dude. They're metalcore. What?
Dude, PM5K's like.
Oh no, I'm not metal.
industrial
I'm thinking new
metal.
metal. New metal. I don't
Yeah.
know why I thought metal. Yeah, new metal. Yeah. Shit. Okay. So we have anything left on Tie the Rope?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this all in red. Not gonna delete it. Put this all
Good
in
boy.
red. All right. So what do you got for your 5B?
5B is a mess to be made.
See,
That's
this is
my
not a B
5B.
for me. This is not a B for me. But what do you got on this one?
This song's nuts. First of all, it's a fucking dope waltz, and it's in 3/4 time, and it's not like in 6/8, and it's in like slow 3/4. So we're getting like we're not getting the faster notes. It takes its time. It's slow. It's a cool fucking song. And that
Yeah.
acoustic guitar is so strong sounding. It's a perfect pair. Nate's voice blends so well. He's soft and delicate, but then he can also be like kind of a little bit gritty. And the banjo and the accordion, Tyler,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Come
I
on.
did like that part.
come
I
on.
did like that part.
And the bass and the drum part and the chorus is so badass. Like they're kind of just doing like this joint fill thing. That's a nice addition without being like Travis Barker too much style. Dope song.
I did like how it started slow with the acoustic guitar and everything, but once the full band came in, I kind of lost interest on this song. I mean, I still like. I'm only saying this in the context of the record because I still think the song was really good, but yeah, just once that full band hits, I don't know. It's just not as good to me. I prefer a more stripped down approach. Even if you throw the banjo and the accordion in there, it could have been like a much cooler song had they not thrown in the bass and the drums, especially the drums, because the drums are really bombastic and loud in this song. But otherwise, it's a good song. It's definitely far from a stinker. But
I think it's cool that I don't know the 3/4 thing. I think is a rad touch from a very cookie cutter band.
True. Did you pick up on that, or did you read about that?
No, I've picked up on that damn near
Okay.
instantaneously because I was trying to play the drums to it.
Oh,
I was like, "What the fuck is this? I don't understand this." And then I had to like revert back to like the tapping on my knee, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Holy shit! Look at these fucking guys.
they're doing something kind of interesting. Yeah.
But like you always get like the 6/8 thing. That's it's a little bit
yeah.
faster. You getting those little. I would assume like I guess eighth notes in there, like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's like
Yeah, be the
1,
eighth notes,
2,
yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3. It's very slow. But then adding like the guitar because it's not like the drums are doing it and then the guitar is backing off the drums. It's the guitar comes in first, and so he's playing that riff based off of the 3/4 waltz. I think it's really cool. I like it.
Damn. Now I want to hear it because I didn't pick up on it, but now I really want to hear it.
Check it out. Tell me
All right.
what's it all about.
Here we go. A little bit of a mess to be made from the format. There you go. A mess to be made from the format. I can hear what it is now.
So
sure.
good. So good.
It's very, I mean, maybe because it's the banjo, it just sounds so farmhouse sounding. That makes sense. Like, I don't know.
Probably the
I don't know
banjo.
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's the banjo. It's the banjo.
It's the
Makes
banjo.
it sound hickish, I guess.
Yeah, it's Spanish. Yeah, it's a banjo.
But what do you got lyrically on this one? Did you delete your notes? But that's fine.
I did in red, but now everything's red almost, so it's hard to find.
Okay.
This
Well,
is,
then-
oh, no, go
okay,
ahead.
sorry.
You got it.
No. I was going to
You
try
talk
to
first,
fill
I'll
in the
talk
space. I was going to try to fill in the space, but you found it. So what do you got?
If you want to talk first, you can talk first. If you want to talk first,
Go
I'll
for
talk
it.
first.
No, it's not, please don't do that. But that's
I don't have a lot. I don't have. Should that go on the no-no list? The Poe thing?
I think I already put it on the no-no list.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did. We'll double check that after the pod, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Songs about how this couple are volatile and at times and need time apart, but then they just miss each other when they're apart. That's what I got.
Okay. Yeah, what I got. Yeah, tumultuous relationship with his girlfriend. They fight a ton, but when after they get in a fight and he kicks her out or she kicks him out, they instantly regret it and miss each other and want each other back. So it just this constant back and forth that is not good for a relationship, honestly. But yeah, that's kind of what I got for this one too. I don't think it's much more than that lyrically. Is that all you got on this one?
Sit.
That's it. All right. So what
Sit
is
song.
I don't have any. No, I do have one more B. Yeah, I got my 6B. My 6B, and that's it. It's Sore Thumb. So I think you tried to criticize me earlier on this one, but I'm not sure. But
I did.
this. Okay. Yeah, you
I
did.
knew you were gonna like the song.
It's a good song. What are you talking shit for?
I just thought it'd be higher, but I knew you'd like the song.
I mean, of course, it's more upbeat. It's heavier, right? Okay. I do like how it picks up almost instantly from the last song, which is, On Your Porch, which is the most depressing song on the record.
You need that transition, though.
You have to
That's
have it. No, yeah.
much needed.
But I got a lot. I got a lot of Jimmy Eat World on this one as well. Until you hit the bridge, which is purely Radiohead. Like that bridge is maybe 15 or 20 seconds, but goddamn, could you not have ripped off? I don't want to say ripped off because they did not rip them off, but could you have not used Radiohead as an influence more than this bridge in this song? But yeah, I mean it's a good B-side from Clarity. That's what this song is. That's really what it is. It's a great song. Sore Thumb.
There's a lot of good stuff here. My favorite vocal part on the entire album is on this song. It's in the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
and I even timestamped it. It's at the
fuck?
2-minute mark. It's during the bridge when he says, and it reads like a letter with the words. The way he says it, dude, it's so goddamn good.
Oh, wait, I don't know if I remember that part exactly.
It's kind of like that. Like that's the way he delivers it, and it's so good. It's my favorite part, like on the entire album.
Really?
Yeah,
That tiny part. But you hate this song. What does it sit on your B's?
it's a 10B. Oh my god, it's the hard. I mean, for sure, it's the hardest song on the album. I love how he stretches "Please Just Leave," and that mid-verse guitar riff is boss. It's loud and it's kind of opposite of what Nate's doing. It's a really, really good song.
Yeah, it is. There's some, I mean, really, not just in the verses, but throughout really the entire song, there's some really good guitar leads. And they stand out because they are a little bit crunchier. I think it's really only because they're a little bit crunchier. It's not that they're louder in the mix. It's just they're using like a different tone that you don't hear on the rest of the record. So that's kind of what makes, to me at least, that's what makes this song stand out. But yeah, I don't know. Should we play a bit of it? I mean, we're almost done with all these songs.
Yeah,
really.
dude, play. If you want to play it, play. If you don't want to play it, don't play it.
Okay, no list, but okay. Here's Sore Thumb from Format. Once again, they utilize that acoustic guitar so well just to have a bass to the song. And I don't commend bands for doing that very often, but damn, they do it well.
Dude,
on this entire record.
It's because there's no effects. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Bands all the time will run it through some type of effect because they're afraid to just let it hang. And having an acoustic guitar out there it's tough. It's not an easy feat to accomplish because there's a lot of noise that comes with playing an acoustic guitar. You get like the buzz, you get a lot of the string kind of screeching as your fingers go up and down. There's a lot of stuff to it that doesn't sound good unless it's a strictly acoustic guitar song.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
It really is. And do you not pick up on the Jimmy Eat World stuff on this song? Like, this could easily have been a B-side.
So, like, I mean, we didn't even like go into the fact that Jimmy Eat World Clarity came out before this, years before this.
Yeah.
Both from Arizona. Jim Adkins likes the format. He was there at the format reunion.
He played that first single with them.
He has said before that he likes the format. 100%, I am a believer that this album would not exist had it not been for Clarity.
100%.
We wouldn't even be talking about this had it not been for Clarity. So yes, this entire album owes its weight in salt to Clarity and Jimmy World.
Yeah, and this is one of the to me is like the glaringly obvious, throwback to Jimmy World, or throwback to Clarity, I should say. But yeah, no, that I just said that live version of that first song that Jim Atkins sang with them at the very beginning of 2020, right before all the COVID stuff happened. That was really cool because it wasn't just Jim doing the backup vocals; like he actually sang parts by himself, which is super cool.
That show was super dope because nobody knew that they were going to do it.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be for a live video of the Live at the Mayan, and they were and the guy Sam owns that spot, and he's like a clothing company and like a little record label and the apparel and all this other stuff, and he's like, yeah, we're presenting like a video to the Live at the Mayan, and like everybody's heard Live at the Mayan, and so everyone's like, okay, this will be cool, like I'll go watch it, that's fine, and they had a big old curtain up. And like nobody fucking knew. Like nobody had any goddamn idea what was going to happen. They dropped the curtain and there's Sam and there's Nate fucking ready to throw down format songs. And it just like just fucking mind-blowing. Honestly, mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
And then they posted all these shows over at the Van Buren out here, and they sold out within seconds. Not even like within 1 second. There was like 4 dates.
Insane.
Every single one of them sold out. And the tickets were like $60 each. And the Van Buren is not a small venue. Maybe like the same size as like the new House of Blues. Very big venue. But it sold out within like 1 second. All dates.
That's
instantly.
Insane. Like for a band that never had any recognition.
Dude, Arizona loves
It's just
format.
crazy how much they blew up after they broke up, really, after Fun. It's insane. I mean, it makes sense because the album's fantastic, but it's still nuts.
And if you watch like the crowd to that video, to that performance that they did a couple of years ago, like there's a lot of video to that. And if you watch the crowd's reaction to when they're playing songs from like the Dogs era,
yeah,
and then if you watch the crowd's reaction to when they're playing like the Interventions and Lullabies era,
I'm sure it's a huge difference.
It's night and day. And so then why did Dogs get so popular? And it wasn't popular. Like nobody fucking liked that album except for the critics. Critics loved it because it was boring, because it was vanilla. But the fans, the fans clamor over this shit. The fans clamor over Interventions and Lullabies. Maybe
similar to like Pinkerton when it came out. Like the diehards loved Pinkerton, but the critics shit on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something like that. Maybe just the format haven't had that.
A retrospective, upon further inspection, Interventions and Lullabies is actually really good.
Yeah, maybe. But it's been too long since then. But who knows? Who knows?
And every format show I've ever been to, like, I mean, it's just, it's packed. It's damn near sold out. I mean, I've probably seen the format close to like 20 times. And every single time it was sold out or really, really close to being sold out.
Yeah. That makes sense, though. I mean, at Chain Reaction, I think we looked it up recently. It was like it's 250 people.
I seen him at Chain. I seen him at the Glass House. I seen him at House of Blues.
Did they ever headline House of Blues back in the day?
So there was like a lot of tours that they did with like Straight Light Run. There's a lot of those AP tours that they did.
Yeah, so it was a combo kind of.
Dude,
thing.
the format played with like Thrice. There was like dates that they played with Thrice.
I believe that, considering Thrice is at the time they were one of the biggest things in Orange County.
I would think that's also very weird, but then Thrice also toured with like Dashboard too, so that's who knows.
But the thing with Thrice was that their first 2-3 records there was a lot of like metalcore and just like heavier stuff, but then right after a show they would go play a whole acoustic set with just Dustin and Tepe. So it's like they were able to kind of transcend that bridge, or make that bridge between the two genres. So that's why I feel like that's why they were able to tour with so many different bands over the years, because they could accommodate to different fans.
To everybody.
What else do we have? We have anything else in this song? Sore Thumb. Did we talk about the lyrics yet?
Oh no,
but
it's not in red.
No, we haven't talked about the lyrics, but
I've one line in the lyrics. I thought it was about ending a relationship. That's it.
Yeah, ending a relationship, and neither of them really want to be the one to end it, so they just kind of are holding on for no real reason, just that they don't want to be alone.
Wait, were you at the Format show with Hello Goodbye?
No, I've never seen Hello Goodbye.
Oh.
I don't think so. No, I haven't seen them.
There was a show I saw. It was Hello Goodbye, Limbeck, and Format, and Hello Goodbye, their speakers like fucked up. Like I was like the guitar player, the bass player. It had to have been the guitar player because they like stopped playing. And so like halfway through their set, they called it quits. And so we got half a show for Hello Goodbye, and then everyone ended up just coming on earlier, and it was really nice.
No, I don't think I was there. No, I don't recall it. I don't recall that happening.
It was at Chain, and it was like a big deal because I mean, for whatever reason, people liked Hello Goodbye a lot, and everybody was. Yeah. I don't know why. Everybody was really bummed that they couldn't play anymore. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's bring on Limbeck, let's bring on Foreman, let's get out of here at a decent hour. I'm down.
How were Hello Goodbye opening up for those two bands?
I mean, I don't like Hello Goodbye like damn near at all. They have like one song.
They have two songs I like,
but like I don't like them, and I don't know. They were like energetic. I don't know, dude. I'm Limbeck and Format. Like, come on. That's like asking who. Like, how was the band that opened up for fucking Bouncing Souls and No Effects? Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. You can't fill those shoes. So, I remember how Limbeck did. I remember how the Format did.
But were Limbeck and the Format bigger than Hello Goodbye at the time?
Yeah, for sure. Format,
really?
Absolutely. And Limbeck,
I mean, I guess
sure
they were
too.
if they opened up for him, but.
And that wasn't the first time I seen Hello Goodbye open up for Limbeck either.
That's weird. And Limbeck never got. I feel like they never got the recognition that they kind of deserved.
I mean, I think that genre, that kind of like country, alt indie rock genre, just nobody cared. Nobody wanted it. Nobody asked for it.
Well, yeah, there was no big like pop hit to come from that genre.
Nobody
so
needed it.
Sense.
I mean, the only person that kind of really popularized it is kind of like Taylor Swift. She's like the only person that really took that genre and ran with it. And even her stuff, I mean, I don't know why she's so popular, but I mean, some of her stuff is really, really good. No, for sure.
Yeah.
But she's not that good.
Yeah, I would agree.
She's not Taylor Swift
overrated.
good.
Wait, what?
She's not Taylor Swift good.
Wait, who's not Taylor Swift good? Wait,
Taylor
what?
Swift.
Oh, you confuse the fuck out of me right there.
Taylor Swift is so popular that she's like on the level of Taylor Swift, and it doesn't make any sense.
You're so dumb. You're dumb. All right. So that's all we have lyrically, musically on that one. Do we want to talk? There's only 2 songs left. Do we want to talk about those?
No, I'm good. I don't even know what the songs they are.
Wait, and Give It Up.
Oh, dude, we got to talk about wait.
Let's do that.
Because this is the one. This is the one that, like, there's no fucking rhyme or reason to it. We're just waiting for the don'ts.
If you don't, why would you say so?
Right?
Jimmy Eat World did it better.
But that was, I mean, you know.
I know, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But it still reminded me of it.
Don't tell me what's going on. Yeah, this is one where the chorus does not rhyme. There's like nothing in the chorus that fucking rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
But the emphasis is put on the first words, the don'ts. and it's don't, and then don't. There's like 4, 5, 6, 7 don'ts in the chorus. So we don't need the rhymes because now our focus is being put on the beginning of the words. And I'm sure all the poets out there are like, oh, that's a fucking common stanza denomination, something. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but I'm sure there's a word for it to avert your attention to the beginning rather than the end. And I think that's genius.
I think so too. I think it worked really well in the song. It's not a B for me, but
That's stupid. That's dumb. That is a dumb thing you
where
just said.
does it sit B wise for you?
It's a
7?
6B. It's a 6B.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
This is still part, like I said, the first even though Tie the Rope is a 9B for me, I think the first 7 songs on this record are untouchable. All the way up until On Your Porch are just absolutely untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
They're all tied for the biggest B as equally perfect. So,
man, there's some real fucking bangers on this album.
that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, then let's wrap it up, give our final thoughts, and then we will rate the record with our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, but you should still give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard in your whole life. So, what do you have for, what are your final thoughts and your rating on this one? Go.
Final thoughts are, I had just as much enjoyment this week as I have the past 1,000 times I listened to this album, and I did see one song in a different light, and I did really, really enjoy that. This is like a go-to. This is like a safe a grilled cheese sandwich of music for me. It really is, and I still know how to play On Your Porch on the guitar. I still know like the strumming. I still know the notes. So it's just like it's a safe space. It's a safe space that I listen to. Even still, like quite often, probably once a month, if nothing else, and once every couple months, along with like Limbeck, just because not only is this a really, really good album, and it was a part of like me kind of growing up, but like I've seen this fucking band so many goddamn times live that it's fun. And I did try to get tickets for the show at the Van Buren, but I didn't care that much because there's a lot of COVID stuff going on, and the uncertainty of what they were going to require going in. It was just like, I don't know if I want to risk anything because they're probably going to cancel it anyway. And they did cancel most of the shows and reschedule. And I hate having money tied up in shows like that and having them rescheduled a year later. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do a year later. Like,
yeah, I know. I don't like that either.
So I didn't buy tickets to them, and I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I've seen this band so many times that I don't. If I never see them again, that's fine. I've had a lot of good times with them, and I hold the format and Limbeck kind of in the same level. Different bands, different sound, but I've seen them together a lot, and a lot of really cool things at shows have come from like them playing together. Like the first time I ever crowd surfed, the first time and only time I ever stage dive was with Limbeck opening for format, and like it's just cool. Like it's fun at the Glass House to boot. So it's just, I don't know. These are memories that will be with me forever, and I enjoy them. It's a good album.
It's just a good album. Shut the fuck up.
It's just a fucking, come on. It's a perfect album. It's a 3 out of 3. Are you kidding? Joking my ass right now? It's a fucking 3. Jesus
I fucking thought.
Christ.
I knew
Jesus
you'd give
H.
us a perfect
Christ.
Wow.
Silly boy talk. Not
All
giving it a 3. Come on. There's no other indie pop record there's no other indie record that sounds like this. Straight up. None. None.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot.
None.
Or any. Yeah, really any.
There's none.
And,
There's none.
All right, so my final thoughts real quick. I have nostalgia for this record, but it's different for me because I got into it a little bit later after they had already kind of split, and I never saw them live, unfortunately, back when they were playing all those small gigs, and I don't know. I think this is just a perfect mashup of just pop melodies with simple indie rock, and they absolutely killed it. They captured something that they've never done since, at least that I've heard, or really any band has done, to be honest. I think musically, like from a technical standpoint, I don't think there's a lot there, but it doesn't fucking matter because the melodies are there. The songwriting is there, and not very many bands can say that, can do that. It's just a shame that, you know, it was such a huge drop off from this to Dogs, to Dog Problems, I should say, not Dogs Eating Dogs, but Dog Problems. But you know, this is a really good record. I love going back to it. It's just fun. It's just a really, really fun record. And with that, I'm gonna have to give this a 2.85. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's really not. But it's damn fucking close. So 2.85 out of 3 for me on this format record.
Okay. It's pretty good.
But it's pretty fair, right? I mean, for a guy, Jesus
Okay, Tom DeLonge. For a guy.
for a guy who's not
Just a
really into this
guy.
kind of stuff, I feel like that's fair.
It's hard to not like the format. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's why I just don't understand that all these critics don't like this album. I really just don't understand it.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense at all.
I think it's just they're fucking. This was something they couldn't handle at the time. They're
They're
looking for
idiots.
something else.
And I feel like because there hasn't been like a true resurgence of this record, it's never going to get its fair shake from those.
Dude, next year, the 20th anniversary, baby.
Ooh, a repressing, possibly.
I know, because they're fucking hundreds of dollars right now. Dude, the Fun record, the first fucking Fun record's like $500.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's more than the Dogs Eating Dogs that we want.
So dumb.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, do you have anything else?
No, that's it for me.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Give us 5 stars on both of those apps. Please, please, please. For those of you who still listen to Spotify, right? Also, social media is at Asinine Radio. Once again, thank you all for listening. And that's it. That's all.
Don't tell me that it's all enough. Like this song tears me still, even after like the thousandth listen. I listen to the song like Mike Tyson over here listening to the song.